Hi everyone, myself Dr. P. Ashok Babu. In this video, I am going to discuss about the uniform plane wave propagation. So what is the uniform plane wave propagation and solution for free space condition? So what are the conditions for free space conditions and what is a uniform plane wave? How the uniform plane wave propagates? So first I will discuss about the solution for free space conditions. So let us assume a perfect dielectric condition. If we assume a perfect dielectric condition, so in that dielectric, because it is a dielectric media, we don't have any charges and we don't have any conduction currents. So when there is no charges, no conduction current, so here we can assume the volume charge density rho v equal to 0 and conductance sigma equal to 0. Therefore, for this condition, for this field, for this dielectric media, then the field equations, the four Maxwell equations becomes, already we have del cross H equal to dou d by dou t. We have del cross, the first Maxwell equation is del cross H. It is del cross H equal to dou d by dou t. So here differentiation can be expressed as a dot convention. Therefore, del cross H equal to, the equation becomes d dot. Similarly, the second Maxwell equation is del cross E equal to minus dou B by dou T. Minus dou B by dou T. So therefore, again, differentiation can be expressed as a dot convention. Therefore, del cross E is equal to minus B dot. And the third equation is we have del dot D is equal to rho V. And del dot, fourth equation is del dot B equal to 0. Because we have assumed a dielectric media. In dielectric media, the charge density rho v equal to 0 and conduction and conductivity sigma equal to 0. Therefore, we can substitute rho v equal to 0 in third Maxwell equation. It becomes del dot D equal to rho v, which is equal to 0, and del dot B equal to 0. So there are four Maxwell equations for dielectric media. Since we have epsilon and mu are independent of time, then we can express the d dot as d dot is dou d by dou t. D dot equal to sigma epsilon into E dot. Epsilon into E dot, because we know that D equal to, D is the electric flux density. D is equal to, we have epsilon E. So here we are applying D dot to the displacement, electric displacement. Automatically we have E dot here. It means dou D by dou T is equal to epsilon into dou E by dou T. Epsilon into dou E by dou T. Similarly, we have B equal to mu H. We have other equation, B is equal to mu H. B equal to mu H. Therefore, if we assume B dot, here it becomes H dot. So, dou B by dou T is equal to mu into dou H by dou T. Similarly, the first Maxwell equation, del cross H. Del cross H equal to, here we have D dot is there. Del cross H is equal to D dot is there. Let us assume del cross H here. Del cross H is equal to, we have D dot is there. Del cross H equal to D dot. In place of D dot, if you substitute epsilon into E dot, del cross H is equal to, we have epsilon into E dot, epsilon E dot. And here I am assuming dot convention to the del cross H. Therefore, del cross H dot is equal to, the equation becomes epsilon into E double dot. Already one dot is there. Here the dot represents dou by dou t. The dot represents the dou by dou t. Similarly, here the symbol E double dot means dou square E by dou t square. Dou square E by dou t square. Next. So here take the curl on both sides of the equation 2. So here let us assume the equation 2. Here equation 2 is del cross E is equal to minus B dot. Minus B dot. So here if you apply curl on both sides of the equation becomes del cross E is equal to minus del cross B dot. Minus del cross B dot. The equation becomes, here it is del cross E is equal to minus B dot. Minus B dot. But B is equal to mu H. Therefore it is del cross E is equal to minus mu into H dot. If you apply curl on both sides, the equation becomes del cross E, which is equal to minus mu into del cross H dot. Minus mu into del cross H dot. minus mu into del cross H dot. Therefore, it is the equation 8. Next, substitute equation 7 in equation 8. So, what is the equation 7? So, here equation 7 is del cross H dot equal to epsilon E double dot. So, here if we substitute equation 7 in equation 8, so here it is del cross E is equal to, in place of del cross H dot, in place of del cross H dot, we need to substitute epsilon E double dot, epsilon E double dot. Therefore, minus mu into epsilon into E double dot, minus mu into epsilon into E double dot. We know the identity del cross E is equal to del cross E equal to del dot E minus del square E, del dot E minus del square E. So, which is equal to del dot E minus del square E is equal to minus mu epsilon E double dot, minus mu epsilon E double dot. So, here, but according to the Maxwell equations, we know that del dot E is equal to, del dot D is equal to, we know from Maxwell equations, del dot D is equal to 0. When del dot D is equal to 0, we can write it as, or we can express the equation as del dot epsilon E is equal to 0, or del dot E is equal to 0. The equation becomes del dot E is equal to 0. So, here when del dot E is equal to 0, if we substitute del dot E equal to 0 in this equation, so the equation becomes minus del square E is equal to minus mu epsilon E double dot. So, you can cancel the negative on both sides. Therefore, the equation becomes del square E is equal to mu epsilon E double dot. Del square E is equal to mu epsilon E double dot. Next. So, this is a law that E must obey. Similarly, H obeys the same law. Similarly, we can define, or we can derive an expression for magnetic field. So, for magnetic field, del square H equal to mu epsilon into H double dot, mu epsilon into H double dot, H double dot. So, here the equations 11 and 12 are known as the wave equations, for electric and magnetic fields. Equation 11 is the wave equation for electric field. Equation 12 is the wave equation for magnetic field. Now, we will define the uniform plane wave. What is a uniform plane wave? So, what are the expression for uniform plane wave? So, here the wave equation reduces to a very simple form in the special case where E and H are considered to be independent of two dimensions. Say, let us assume Y and Z. So, let us assume there are in like rectangular. If you assume a rectangular coordinate system, in rectangular coordinate system, we have X and Y, X, Y, Z coordinates. So, let us assume the wave is propagating along the X direction. So, when the wave is propagating along the X direction, so here it is independent, the wave is independent of the Y and Z coordinates. Therefore, the wave equation can be expressed as del square E is equal to dou square E by dou X square. Del square E is equal to dou square E by dou X square. Therefore, the equation 11 becomes, the equation 11 is a wave equation for electric field. So, the equation 11 is del square E is equal to mu epsilon E double dot. Del square E is equal to mu epsilon into E double dot. Therefore, the equation 11 becomes dou square E by dou X square, dou square E by dou X square is equal to mu epsilon into, in place of E double dot. E double dot means one dot represents the dou by dou t, and double dot means dou by dou t into dou by dou t. Therefore, it becomes dou square E by dou t square, dou square E by dou t square. Therefore, the equation can be expressed as dou square E by dou X square equal to mu epsilon into dou square E by dou t square, dou square E by dou t square. In general, for uniform plane wave propagation in the X direction, the electric field E may have the components Ex and Ez, but we should not have the Ex, because this concept is known as a transverse concept. According to the transverse concept, when the wave propagating along the X direction, it is having it may have the components of Ey and Ez, but it should not have the Ex component. In X direction, we don't have the electric field, but opposite to the X direction, that is in Y and Z directions, we have the electric field. We have the electric field intensity. So, let the equation to be solved is dou square Ex by dou X square. Dou square Ex by dou X square equal to mu epsilon into dou square Ex by dou t square. It means we are assuming the total wave is propagating along the x direction. When the wave propagating along x direction, the wave equation can be expressed as dou square E by Ex by dou x square is equal to mu epsilon into dou square Ex by dou t square. Dou square Ex by dou t square. So here it is the equation 2 is a second order differential equation. So here if we solve the second order differential equation, we have two roots. So the two roots can be expressed as, that is electric field intensity E is equal to, it is function, it is divided into two roots. The first root is, it is F1 of x minus V naught t plus second root is F2 of x plus V naught t. So here one is propagating along the F1 of x minus V naught t propagates along the one direction, and F2 of x plus V naught t propagates along the other direction. It means F2 of x plus V naught t propagates along the left hand side, and F1 of x minus V naught t propagates along the right hand side. So here F1, F2 are the any two functions of x minus V naught t and x plus V naught t respectively. So here the wave can be defined as, if a physical phenomenon that occurs at one place, I repeat once again, if a physical phenomenon that occurs at one place at a given time is reproduced at other places at a later times, the time delay being proportional to the space separation from the first location, then the group of phenomena constitute a wave. Such a phenomenon is known as a wave. The example for that phenomenon is, so this is a wave. So here this shape is here, this shape is here. So here the shape will be in a repetitive manner, and the space between there is some space between the first wave and second wave. So because of this repetitive nature, it will constitute a wave. It will constitute a wave. So note that here the wave is not necessarily a respective phenomenon in time. So it may varies with time or it may not varies with time, it means. So here if a fixed time is taken, say t1, then the function f1 of x minus v naught into t1 becomes a function of x, since v naught into t1 is a constant. In another time, let us assume time t2. So taken the second curve is displaced to the right side because it is a x1 of f1 of x minus v naught t moves towards the right hand side. So therefore it travels along the right hand side with a distance of v naught into t2 minus t1. This shows that the wave has traveled in the positive x direction with a velocity v naught. Similarly, the function f2 of x plus v naught t, the function f2 of x plus v naught t corresponds to a wave traveling in the negative x direction. Therefore, one wave travels along the right hand side direction and other wave travels along the left hand direction. So if there is no reflecting surface, present to reflect the wave back to the surface, the second term of the equation 3, it means f2 of x plus v naught t becomes 0. This equation becomes 0. If there is no reflecting surface, the second term of the general solution becomes 0. Therefore, we have only one solution for the wave equation. Therefore, the solution is E is equal to f1 of x minus v naught t. E is equal to f1 of x minus v naught t. So this is the only solution when there is no reflecting surface. So this is a constitution of a wave. So it is a first wave f1 of x minus v naught t. So it is also f1 of x minus v naught t2. v naught into t1 is a different time interval. So it is a different time interval. Similarly, we can draw the third case also. Third means, so here it will be, so it is f1 of x minus v naught into t3 at a different time intervals. So because of this repetitive phenomena, we can constitute a wave. Therefore, the equation E is equal to f1 of x minus v naught t is a solution of a wave equation, for the particular case where the electric field is independent of y and z and it is a function of x and t only. Such a wave is known as uniform plane wave. I repeat the definition of uniform plane wave. The equation E is equal to F1 of x minus V naught t is a solution of the wave equation, for the particular case where the electric field is independent of y and z and it is a function of x and t only. Such a wave is called uniform plane wave. Therefore, the plane wave can be represented as, the plane wave can be expressed as dou square E by dou x square equal to mu epsilon into dou square E by dou t square. So it may be written in terms of the components of electric field. Dou square Ex by dou x square equal to mu epsilon into dou square Ex by dou t square. Similarly, the y component along the y direction, electric field along the y direction, dou square Ey by dou y square equal to mu epsilon into dou square Ey by dou t square. Similarly, we can express in z direction, dou square Ez by dou z square equal to mu epsilon into dou square Ez by dou t square. So this is an expression of different waveforms in XYZ fields, XYZ components, along the XYZ components. So here, according to the Maxwell equation, we know that del dot D is equal to 0, or it can be expressed as del dot epsilon E is equal to 0, or del dot E is equal to 0. Del dot E is equal to 0. Therefore, from this equation, we can express the components of electric field along XYZ components as dou Ex by dou y plus dou Ey by dou y plus dou Ez by dou z is equal to 0. So for a uniform plane wave in which E is independent of y and z is last two terms of this relation are equal to 0. It means already we assume that the wave is propagating along the x direction. When the wave is propagating along x direction, so in this equation we can substitute Ey is equal to 0 and we can substitute Ez equal to 0. When we substitute Ex, Ey and Ez are 0, then we have the wave equation reduced to dou Ex by dou x equal to 0. Dou Ex by dou x equal to 0 means it is having in x direction we don't have any electric field component. In x direction we don't have any electric field component. So there is no variation of Ex in the x direction. From equation 1, it is seen that the second derivative with respect to time of Ex must be 0. So when it is 0, then we don't have any electric field component along the x direction. This requires that Ex be either 0, constant in time, or increasing uniformly with the time. So it means dou Ex by dou t, is equal to 0 means dou Ex by dou x. Dou Ex by dou x equal to 0 means it means the wave is propagating, the wave propagating along the x direction is 0, or it requires that Ex be either 0, or it may be constant in time, or it may be increasing uniformly with the time. A uniform plane wave progressing in the x direction has no x component of E. I repeat once again, a uniform plane wave progressing in the x direction has no x component of E. A similar analysis would show that there is no x component of magnetic field also. There is no component of the magnetic field also along the x direction. Uniform plane electromagnetic waves are transverse and have components of E and H only in the directions perpendicular to the direction of propagation. So it means the effect is known as a transverse effect. According to the transverse effect, when the wave propagating along the x direction, it don't have, or it should not have electric field or magnetic field in x direction. In perpendicular to the x direction means in y and z directions we have the wave propagation. So this is the concept of uniform plane waves. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.